এবার বলে দিন। হ্যাঁ ওই গ্রাম না অন্য গ্রাম আরেকটা বলে দিন। ও বিয়ে কিছু করতে দিচ্ছে না। গ্রামের ডাক না রেডি? জয় মা মনসা। জয় মা মনসা। I mean, definitely I can presume, without taking a formal vote, that in this auditorium or as Homo sapiens, whoever we are, most of us, we are predisposed to be afraid of snakes, right? So we definitely try to avoid them, but we also have to think about the people who, although they want very desperately to avoid snakes, but they cannot, because that is how they live. In the villages, in the rural areas, in the fringes of the forest, and now even snakes are creeping into the urban setup also, right? So Monosha Biotech is the name of the startup. We are basically a startup. And let me tell you, the name Monosha is taken because Monosha is the mythological goddess of snakes. That was the first name which came to my mind. And I had been passionate about snakes since my very child days. And you name any venomous, medically important snake in the world, I worked with that. I worked with the mambas in Africa, the taipans in Australia, the rattlesnakes in the USA, in Southeast Asia, and definitely in India. So Monosha Biotech is a platform where I got an opportunity to translate my passion and experience of working with snakes to save lives here in our own country. Do you know about this? That since yesterday, I was present yesterday also, I am present today. Since yesterday we had been talking about the human-animal conflict. Possibly the human-animal conflict which takes the maximum number of lives in India is possibly snakes. This is a figure which is published by the WHO, World Health Organization, which says that unfortunately India carries the disgraceful stigma of being the snake bite death capital of the world. All over the world, whatever number of deaths and disabilities happen, 50% of that is from India. And the most unfortunate part of the story is that the 64,000 deaths every year which we are talking about, this is just the mortality. If we consider the morbidity, which means a snake bites, the person doesn't die, but the leg gets amputated. So that's 4 to 5 times of this. So if I calculate on a very conservative level also, the total magnitude of snake bite, death and disability tolls on our country every year is to the tune of 3 lakhs. Every year I'm talking about, right? Now, snake bite is a neglected tropical disease. As I mentioned about the 50% things, now the most flabbergasting fact is that I am a member of the ICMR National Task Force also on snakebite research. Recently, the National Action Plan for Snakebite Envenomation has been published. In that, it is mentioned that whatever this 50,000, 60,000 deaths every year we are talking about, that's only 7.23% of what happens. So, if you actually imagine the real magnitude of the burden of snake bites from our country, you can